AI is going to ruin everything, and the latest thing to be ruined by AI is animation and animated movies. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit, but lately all over the internet, you might have seen that ChatGPT's image generation tool now has like this filter thing that can create like a Studio Ghibli-fied version of whatever picture you give it. In fact, you can pretty much do it with any sort of art style you specify, whether you want to make like a South Park version of this image, or like a Simpsons version, or a Pixar version, like whatever you want, it can do it. But this has actually caused a lot of controversy and has reignited and re-sparked this ongoing debate that we are all having about AI and art. And Studio Ghibli has been particularly vocal about this, how they absolutely dislike what is happening, how they hate that an artificial intelligence can just sort of steal their look and steal their image. And it really starts raising a lot of ethical questions about the meaning of art and what is the role of AI in creativity. What's up guys, Mike here, welcome back to my channel. For more content like this, hit the subscribe button. So for starters, I am a big fan of A, Japanese culture, B, movies, C, anime, and D, I guess Studio Ghibli, because that kind of falls into each one of those categories. The first time I saw Spirited Away, I was just completely blown away. Not only is it just a masterpiece in animation, but the story is beautiful, and a lot of people say it's like a Alice in Wonderland of Japanese animation. After that, I kind of binged watched all of the Studio Ghibli movies and really enjoyed most of them. I particularly enjoyed The Wind Rises, Grave of the Fireflies, Ponyo, My Neighbor Totoro, and Princess Mononoke. Plus their most recent, The Boy and the Heron, is fantastic as well. And Studio Ghibli was founded by Hayao Miyazaki. He is sort of synonymous with Japanese film. He's kind of like the Kurosawa of animated films. He's definitely one of the world's most acclaimed filmmakers, and his passion and soul for animation is so fascinating to read about. I mean, pretty much all of Studio Ghibli's movies are like this hand-drawn anime style animation that are just so beautifully, expertly crafted and just look absolutely gorgeous and stunning on the screen. And hours of animators and artists' time are spent on these animations. I think recently I read somewhere that like a 2-second scene from one movie took months to animate because of the sheer amount of detail in these hand-drawn animations. And clearly that human input has touched so many around the world. I mean, Spirited Away won the Best Animated Picture at the Oscars, and Studio Ghibli is a beloved film studio. So when ChatGPT introduces this kind of Ghiblify your picture or video, it does start to raise a lot of important questions. Because suddenly the painstaking work of animating a 10-second scene is reduced to zero. There is almost zero human input aside from telling a computer to do what you want it to do. And it just kind of spits it out. And the point of this video isn't to like say that AI is holistically bad, because I'm gonna be honest, I use AI tools a lot in some of the work that I do. And AI definitely helps us with efficiency and with making things easier and making grunt work less taxing on humans. In a recent interview with the Japan Times, Goro Miyazaki, Hayao Miyazaki's son, and I think like the current leader of Studio Ghibli, was really scathing about this technology. He's also cautious that this technology will replace animators, and to be honest, I think yes, it definitely will very soon. Especially in our capitalist society in which we need to like cut costs as much as possible for maximum profit. He also says, and I quote, "It wouldn't be surprising if in 2 years' time there was a film made completely through AI." And I agree, it wouldn't be surprising at all. Hey, just quickly, most people who watch my videos aren't subscribed. What's up with that? I'm trying to hit 10K subscribers by the end of 2025, and I'm really on track and think I'm gonna do it, but I need your help. So if you can click that subscribe button, it would honestly mean the world to me, and I can keep making content like this, so let's do it together. Okay, back to it. And to be honest, this is where the weird ethical and moral dilemmas come in. Because if you could make a film at essentially zero cost, but it was like a watchable film and people would go to see it, That would be so attractive for a movie studio who just at the end of the day wants to make money. The trade-off is that we lose so much artistic expression in that, because I think there is a piece of the human soul in every piece of artwork. I'm not saying that to sound like woo-woo or spiritual, but I think creativity is inherently a reflection of the human soul. And often what's most interesting about a piece of art, whether that be a movie, a book, an album, an image, a painting, a game, whatever it is the story of how that thing actually came to be made and what the creator was thinking when they made it. For example, the Beatles album Let It Be is obviously a great accomplishment in music, but it also takes on a lot more meaning when you look into the climate and the relationships between the band members at the time and kind of the toils and struggles they had to eventually get that album released. And I feel like we're getting to a point now where AI could theoretically create 100 new Beatles albums just on the spot. And maybe some of them would resemble actual Beatles songs. And I'm just using the Beatles as a random example here. Like, you could replace a Miyazaki Studio Ghibli film for this as well. But what happens to the soul of that creative piece? Honestly, like, I don't know the answers to these questions, but I think the scary thing is that cutting costs is always going to be a priority in our society. And if you can get a computer to do the painstaking work of animating, hand-drawn animation, well, I guess it's not really hand-drawn if a computer's doing it, but it can replicate that style exactly. And if humans like us didn't know and couldn't tell the difference, then is there a part of you that's like, well, then it is equal to the human art? Because I think it's by a human. Again, this is getting a little bit off track, but I think this is a really open and interesting and developing discussion that needs to be had in our society. If you came to this video for a solid answer, I'm sorry I don't have one, but overall, I'm quietly cautious about the direction that AI is going and the ramifications it will have on our society. Whew, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hey, if you like this video, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button for more content like this, and comment below, how do you think AI is going to impact the cinema industry, the movie industry, creativity, and art in general? I would really love to know your thoughts and might do a follow-up. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you. If you have nothing to comment but you want to help me out in the algorithm, just comment below Totoro. That way I know you made it to the end of the video and you're still here watching. While I've got you, I'm all over the internet doing dumb stuff that I think is cool. I have a blog, I have a podcast, I have a TikTok where I do short form content. I'm going to be doing a blog post about this topic as well if you'd like to read some thoughts about it. So go subscribe to all of that stuff. And if you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you'll probably like this one. But if you just want to binge watch a bunch of my videos, then just check out this playlist here. I won't stop you clicking it. That is pretty much it from me. My name's Radio Mike. This has been The Inside of My Mind, and I'll catch you later.